Okay, so we are currently on the second floor of the Smile Mall. And I know that what I'm actually looking for is probably on the fourth floor, but what I want to do is to explore all of the floors available so that I can maybe level up before I actually reach my intended goal. And of course, gather cards in the process. Oh, a tech card. Oh wait, yeah, the cards are not here, so. But now that I look at it, I might as well use up the incenses. Let's gonna have a look at everyone's stats. I don't really assign personas to my party members based upon the stat bonus you're supposed to get when you level up. Because let's say that you focus on giving Maya personas which gives you a tech stat bonus every time you level up. So if you keep doing that throughout the whole game, you are probably going to max out on tech. If you would have Maya use those type of personas all the time. But that's not really something I consciously try to think about. I just do it based upon the reduced SP cost you can get if you are well aligned with the persona you're using. That's all there is to it. Now, because I fought these guys before, I'm pretty sure of that they're weak to dark attacks. Yeah, touching on the subject where, yeah, I know I fought Principality before many times, so I know their typical characteristics. So yeah, the moment I started thinking about that, yeah, speaking of that, let's say that you're a completely new SMT player, or you're about to play your first SMT game ever, and now this could have to do with I haven't really followed how Atlas has been marketing their games, but I think that they usually focus on marketing their Persona games more than their SMT games. Because if you just look at it overall, the Persona games are more beginner friendly, user friendly. If you're unfamiliar with the SMT series as a whole, and you're starting off with your first SMT game. Yeah. I mean, the first game I played was Persona 3, and I didn't know what the spells did, but it was a good thing for me to learn, to slowly learn it, to slowly learn what the spells were good for and all that, and how everything worked and things like that. Let's see, have I finished the second floor? Was nothing interesting. Let's continue to the third floor. continue with the third floor. So I think that most people, when they first discover the SMT series, that they do actually start off with the Persona games. But it's just a guess. But if you actually started off with the SMT games, the purest Shin Megami Tensei games, and for example you play the let's say that Nocturne was your first game, and you actually beat it. If you actually did, I would definitely give props to you, because there's just things in that game which you're just gonna have a hard time with it if it's definitely the first game you ever played. In the first SMT game. I mean, just imagine the amount of times you would spend on fighting Matador if you truly didn't know what you were supposed to do. I still had a hard time, but it's just I felt like I had a strategy I could use, and I just had to not get screwed up, and eventually I did prevail. I was just, yeah. It's just that the combat system and things, they're just more forgivable in the Persona games. So it just feels like they're better to start off with if you're new. I don't think it's too likely that people actually start off with, let's say, Persona 2 or Persona 1, because that would be like the very first step you take, and the game is not too hard. Yeah, well, yeah. To me, it just feels like these games are not as hard as they're probably the easiest games, the easiest SMT games. So technically, they would be the best games to start off with. But I don't think the SMT games were that popular, or at least, yeah, they definitely gained some popularity when Atlus released Persona 3 and 4, because at the time it contained elements which probably definitely appealed to whichever people would actually buy them. It contained anime-like sequences, movie sequences, and you're living a high school life, which is pretty common in animes. So I could definitely imagine that it was a very conscious choice of Atlus to implement those things in Persona 3 and henceforth. I don't know. To be honest, wouldn't matter either way to me. And in a sense, I wasn't too fond of the high school life you had because you had to plan things out so much. But yeah, I mean, as long as most people like it, they're probably gonna keep it. I don't particularly mind it, but it just, yeah. Yeah, don't mind me. Anyway, so there's nothing on the third floor, so the only thing I found was the stairway, so here we are, and there's probably goodies in these if I keep descending the stairs.
You want to go?
Ooh, getting a bit hungry. So we're on the first floor. Oh, let's see. Can anyone use this accessory? What does it do? Okay. Ooh. I'm yawning because I've actually been able to get quite a bit of sleep lately, which is pretty good. Thanks to Easter weekend. Sometimes it just feels like I don't sleep enough, and that just brings me down overall. Miss Amano will be waiting outside. Huh? That's not it? Then let's hurry and find the seminar hall. Oh, seriously? Okay. I even saved because I thought something significant was going to happen because the women's rooms was not grayed out when you got close to it, the door, but I guess not. Now I've explored the fourth floor, and yeah, so I recently found the elevator, and I know that the seminar hall is just to my left. Just gotta finish up this fight. Okay. I'm gonna save again. I bet the seminar started already. The door's locked. This building's design is somewhat outdated. If we can find an air duct, it's possible for us to check what's happening inside, but the question is where it's located. Oh, a flashback. And there's the air duct. Okay. So it seems like we do have to get back to the women's room. Yes? Oh my, you're... Seriously? I had to zoom in on the air duct. It's not as if it's not obvious already. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that was just obvious to me because I had played Innocent Sin. Might have not have been as obvious when people played this game when it came out.